Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. This is your midday views. It was supposed to be with Sava and Kunle, but we got Canopy here. Kunle has an emergency. We wish him well. We wish all his family very, very well, whatever the emergency is. Hopefully things are okay with Kunle. But we got Canopy here. We got Sava from Football Heritage TV. Make sure to check them out. They are in the. I'm gonna start with this. They are in the description. They started the show yesterday. That is gonna be a big, big show. It's gonna be every Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time. Check them out. They are in the description. It's just one click away. You go give them a subscription and like their video from yesterday. Watch it after the show, of course. Don't go anywhere. Wait here. We're gonna have a great packed show for you, of course. We'll talk Ruben Neves. Is he the answer to Arsenal? Is this the guy that Arsenal are waiting for? Osimhen to Chelsea. How much improvement will that get them? Is that gonna the one? If they get that in January, are they gonna be able to get top four? And will Daniel Levy, of course, back Mr. Ange Postecoglou? I got here Sava with me for Football Heritage. Welcome, Sava. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for that wonderful intro. Big up to you. Yeah, look, thanks for having me and excited to talk football as always. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
People hit that like button. Get us to 100 likes for Canopy is here from Tunnel TV. Of course, in the description, great match reactions. Of course, funny match reactions, amazing ones. Canopy, how are you doing, my man?
I'm good. I'm good. I was a bit under the weather, but we're pushing. I'm grateful to be here. I love your show. I love your platform. I love the content you always make. So it's a pleasure for me to be here.
All I'm asking people in the chat, keep it respectful. Banter is fine. It's absolutely fine. We're okay with it. You can joke, you can do whatever. But make sure to hit that like button and keep it respectful. Of course, Mr. Link with the first super chat. Here you go. One of Sava's fans. He's saying Sava, one of the few rational Spurs fan. Big ups. Thank you, Mr. Link. Hit that like button, people. and let's start with the news that is came out of nowhere. Arsenal wanna improve the midfield. They want to get back up to Havertz, or they want to get a starter, and they're looking in Saudi Arabia out of all the places because Newcastle was gonna ask for Ruben Neves, and now Arsenal want Ruben Neves. Is that the right move? Can it be? Is that what you're looking for, or you were looking for something more from your board, or something more from Arteta?
I think it's a good move because he's played in the Premier League before. He's an international. I've been a fan of Ruben Neves. I wanted to sign him 2 years ago, and I think he'll fit the bill because if it's a loan deal, it's cheap, it's affordable. He can slot in. He doesn't need time to adjust. He's a Premier League player, so I think it's a good move for Arsenal, and he will complement that midfield a lot.
Well, you don't win the league with cheap, but fine.
He's good. He's good at set pieces too. He takes good shots. He's a good player.
I like Ruben Neves. Sava, I like Ruben Neves. However, you don't win the league by signing Ruben Neves, who has been playing half a season in Saudi Arabia. With all due respect, he was a good player at Wolves, yeah? But you don't win the league with the players. You're signing a player from Saudi Arabia. With all due respect to the league there. The fitness level, the technical, the training, we know how it is.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't worry about that too much because he's only just gone there. So I won't worry about the fact that, he's fitness levels and technical levels. Ruben Neves is a very good footballer. He's one of those footballers. Are you buying Ruben Neves as a standout player to win you the league on his own? No. Are you buying Ruben Neves to complement a midfield three as a really technical midfielder that can get his foot on the ball, can slow a game down, can speed a game up, can create? He's one of those footballers that goes under the radar. He's not the £100 million name that everyone's raving about. But for me, technically, I think he's brilliant. I think he's a really good player. He plays for Portugal for a reason. I like him. I think if Arsenal were to buy him, I think that's a good signing for Arsenal. Him, Declan Rice in a two with Odegaard looks good. I think Ruben Neves walks into most teams. I think he's a very good footballer. And I think a lot of teams, what they might be doing, I think we'll see in the near future, is I think a lot of teams will be going out to Saudi and trying to get some of those players back that have gone out there and maybe realised it's not all it was cracked up to be. So, listen, for Arsenal, not just for Arsenal, I think for anyone, I think it's a good signing. You want him as one of your centre mids, right? I think he's a good player.
He's a good player, but for me, to be honest, he's an improvement on Havertz, right? But is Ruben Neves the guy that will win you the league? I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. Especially when Manchester City have Kevin De Bruyne. I like. Don't get me
Hang on,
wrong.
Mo, who is that guy then? Who are Arsenal buying as a central midfielder that takes them from where they are now to winning a league? Because I don't think De Jong wins them the league. I don't think that's the position.
But he's better than Ruben Neves. Leon Goretzka is better than Ruben Neves.
But is Leon Goretzka going to leave Bayern Munich to come up?
That's the question. Because so you asked me for names. I'm not a negotiator, right? Yeah. You didn't ask me to go and negotiate with Bayern Munich or Barcelona. That's not my job. I'm here to answer questions.
De Jong, do you know what I mean? Like is Frankie De Jong, who, by the way, is I think Barcelona have struggled without him in midfield. He is the orchestrator, right? He's a world-class central midfielder. But again, if Arsenal were to go and this isn't about Arsenal, because obviously people will go, oh, you're Spurs, you're big. If Arsenal were to go and bid for De Jong, what's the pull? What's the need for him to leave Barcelona to go to Arsenal? I think that would be a tough sell. But if they pulled that off, that's a top signing. But I just don't see it as.
Okay, so hear me out. We keep saying they're not the best team in the league. They're not the best team in the league.
Yeah.
And when the poor Mo asked them to go and buy the players to make them one of the best teams in the league, because everybody's saying, well, but you're not favorites to win the league because you're not the best. And when I ask them to go and sign the best, people say, but they have no pull. So when are they going to be the best team in the league?
Nah, but you have to look at it from this point of view. Anybody who says Arsenal doesn't have pull is just a hater. Arsenal can attract talent right now at this point in time. Arteta can attract talent.
But De Jong talent, De Jong
is a signing for the summer, not January. I don't see him. It can happen in the summer.
Do you think Arsenal have got the pull for De Jong?
Yeah.
For De Jong?
Yeah, we can. We can. Okay. We have Timber. We can convince him to come through. As long as you're in the Champions League.
Yeah, but De Jong's not Timber, is he? Timber's an up-and-coming player from Ajax. De Jong is one of the best players of Barcelona.
But you look at Barcelona's situation right now. They're financially broke. And right now, I don't think De Jong is a happy player in Barcelona. He comes to Arsenal. He's going to start. He's going to play in the Champions League. He's going to challenge for the title.
Okay.
So but for me, I don't think he's the type of player we need.
You're convinced, Sava? That's it? You're convinced?
No, I'm not. I'm not convinced at all. I'm not convinced at all.
I never seen you like say, okay.
No. Just listen. Look, that's his opinion. I just think that, look, whilst Arsenal are a good team, I think you've got to look at a number of things. If a player like Frankie De Jong becomes available on the market, right, it won't just be Arsenal going for him. If his agent lets clubs know that Frankie De Jong is available, I think you're going to have Man City after him. I think you're going to have the likes of Bayern Munich after him. I think you're going to have the likes of Chelsea will want to throw their hat in the ring.
Said about Declan Rice.
Sure.
Man City were after Declan Rice. Bayern Munich were after Declan Rice. Bayern Munich were after Declan Rice too.
Hang on, yeah. But there's a huge difference, right? There's a huge difference.
What's the difference?
Man City wanted Declan Rice to a point, right? Man City don't need to be held hostage. Man City were what? What did they bid? 80, 85 million and went, 90. 90. Okay, that's our tops.
Yeah,
you guys went you guys were like, this is our number one, all out. Listen, if you made that happen with Frankie De Jong, fair play to you. Because that guy is class. He's a proper top player, that guy.
So the question to you, Sava, then, the question comes to you is that when can Arsenal attract the top talent then? When? When can we sit here and say, yes, this player should go to Arsenal? I want to ask Sava. Hold on, Canopy. Sorry. I want him to answer this question because we get accused of saying they don't have a pull, right? When? When is that going to happen? If they win the league, but they won't win the league until they get the talent.
Yeah, look, it's difficult.
Tough question.
Listen, it's a tough question. Look, I don't think there's any football fan in the world that could sit here and give you a definitive answer to this question. Course, It's all about the timing, the player's situation. So, for example, like my man said here, if Frankie De Jong is unhappy, if we're using him as the example, right?
Yes.
If Frankie De Jong is unhappy and he goes out to these agents, let's be fair, Frankie De Jong's agent's going to go out to all the top clubs in the world, isn't he, and say, hey, Frankie's available. What are you offering? If Arsenal come in and they've got the best plan, they've got the best fee, they've got the best wages, and they can sell it to him, sure. I just think it depends how much anyone else wants him. I.e., Man City, for me, didn't want Rice enough. Hence, they went to 90 million and went, no, we don't need it that much. Arsenal, for me, it was crucial they got Declan Rice. It wasn't crucial that Man City got him. So it's players' circumstances, club circumstances. There's a lot of different factors that go into will a player go to a club.
Can it be? Listen, I'm not sure which. Like I keep playing it in my head, and I'm like, in the Premier League, I'm not talking Bayern Munich, I'm not talking Real Madrid, right? In the Premier League, I'm thinking if you have a poll, it's Manchester City comes, they take the player, of course. However, do Manchester City pay that much money? Did they overpay? They try not to. It's only the second team that will maybe have a future and guarantee like challenges or something is Arsenal, isn't it? So if it's a between Man City and Arsenal, we have seen Declan Rice. He chose Arsenal for whatever reason, London or whatever. Now,
because they paid more money.
No, because Arteta convinced him 6 months before he signed for Arsenal.
No, I'm not deluded, Safa. I'm not deluded and tell you that Arsenal have more pull. I want to say my piece and you guys can talk. I want to say my piece because people accuse me of being an idiot when I say Arsenal have more pull than Man City. I said in the summer,
it's not true, is it? They don't.
Exactly, it's not. Like you cannot reject Man City for any other.
And you guys done talking. Can I talk now?
Okay.
You guys done now.
Okay,
Now,
can I ask the viewers for something? There's about 240 of you here, and we're not even on 100 likes. That's embarrassing. I swear to God, that's embarrassing. People hate that like button for this conversation because I didn't wake up this morning thinking that the conversation is going to go this way. Go ahead, Canopy. The like button, people.
Now, you have to look at the transfer window business and our policy. Arteta has been signing players within the Premier League. He has not been signing outside the league. That is his policy. Declan Rice, Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Kai Havertz. He has been specifically targeting players in the Premier League. He hasn't been going to La Liga, the French league, or whatever. That is his plan. That is his policy. Also, you have to look at the transfer window now. Who are you competing with? Saudi Arabia and everybody else. Saudi Arabia, Man City, and United, and maybe Liverpool are the only guys that have money, and Chelsea. Those are the only guys that have money. So if Arsenal is going to go for a player right now, we have a very good project that's going on. We have young players you're going to play, and we are challenging for the title. You're going to be in the Champions League. So obviously, I think we can get somebody like Frankie de Jong, but I don't think he's the type of player we need to replace Partey. Yeah. We need somebody like a Tchouaméni, someone that is a ball winner. So for me, it's all down to the transfer policy of Arsenal. Right now, we target players that are within the Premier League. We don't really buy outside the league.
Sure, but to Mo's point about do Arsenal have as much pull as City, I think we know the answer is an overwhelming no. And look, let's be honest, right? And my point that I was making about Declan Rice, it wasn't that Arteta hadn't convinced Declan Rice that this is a good project and to join. But ultimately, there was no decision to be made by Declan Rice because Man City didn't match the bid. So
that's a lie. That's a lie.
But it's not a lie. They didn't match the bid.
It's a lie. Declan Rice did an interview. Declan Rice did an interview. He said Arteta spoke to him 6 months before that transfer happened.
Right. Okay.
He was convinced already.
Okay, hang on. But I don't live in a world of dreams and fairies. He did that interview after. Hang on. He did that interview after he signed for Arsenal. That's not rocket science, right? That's
even before he signed for Arsenal, we knew we were going to get Declan Rice. Declan Rice was the main target.
Hang on. Let me get to my point, right? Players join a club and then all of a sudden this is the club I wanted to join all along. There was no one else in it. Of course, that's what you say. You get the fans on side. Like James Maddison, we knew was in talks with Newcastle. He joined Spurs and it was Spurs were my number one choice. I only wanted to join Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care whether he wanted to join anyone else or not. I'm happy we got him, right? If you look at Declan Rice in that situation, Man City put in their bid, Arsenal put in their bid, and both their first bids got rejected, if I'm not wrong, right? I know I'm not wrong. Both their bids got rejected, right? Am I right?
Yeah, the initial bid, the 90 and the 95, 90 million.
West Ham wanted a specific figure.
So West Ham wanted a specific figure. Man City have turned around and gone, do we need to? We don't have to pay that. We don't need him that much. Like, we want him. He's a good player. We want to add him to the squad, but we don't need to go above and beyond to get him. So they don't bid again. You then put in the bid they want. There's now no decision for Declan Rice to make. That's just basics. That's common sense.
Before you make a bid for a player, you have to speak to the agent and the player first to get an agreement so he can give you the go-ahead to make a bid. This deal was done 6 months ago.
Okay, so
I want to interject.
hang on. No, Mo, you can't interject in the middle of a debate. Hang on. But you've just contradicted your very own argument.
How?
Because Man City bid 90 million, so they would have spoken to his agent.
Thank you.
They would have got the agreement that
They
the player...
bid last minute. Hold on. They bid last minute.
Please don't, guys. The people need to hear it. So
you don't know this. This is the problem. What football
You don't
fans...
know either.
Hang on. But what football fans do is we always do this, right? We take something that's happened and then presume we know everything that's gone on.
Because you're a sports fan, that's why. You can never imagine this kind of deal happening. That's why. So it's okay. I understand. It's cool. You can say what you want to say.
Mo, we're going to start doing it.
Guys, can I interject here? Can I interject?
Hang on.
You asked me something, Sava. You just asked me something. I want to interject here and say one thing. Guys,
this is pointless.
Speak at a time. One at a time. Go ahead.
This is mad, right? First and foremost, right? First of all, dude, grow up. I'm not going to do the whole
I've grown up already.
Hang on.
No. I'm not going to do this on my channel. Guys, please stop. Cannabis and Sava.
No, I'm not triggered. I'm here to talk.
Cannabis and Sava, we're not here to trigger people. Sorry, Sava. We're not here to trigger people.
Right. If you're not going to let me talk, I'll just jump off. This is pointless. I'm not allowed to finish a single sentence.
Yes, let's hear each other. Please, let's hear each other.
Stop. So if we're here to talk about football and debate football, I don't do the whole childish, but you're a Spurs fan. It's got nothing to do with the conversation we're having. It's got nothing to do with it. Right?
Okay, go ahead.
We're having a conversation about Man City,
Make your point.
Arsenal, and Declan Rice.
Make your point, Sava, please.
So, Mo, I will. But we're not doing that. We're not doing this whole you're a Spurs fan, so your opinion doesn't matter thing. Otherwise, it's pointless me being
Kennedy has the right to respond. Please, go ahead. Make your point.
Sure.
Yes, of course. It's a debate.
Sure. But are you telling me that anyone can say guaranteed for sure that if Man City had matched the 105 million, right? We know it would have been accepted by Arsenal, by West Ham, right? We know they'll accept that money. That we're 100% dismissing that Declan Rice would want to go and join the best manager and the best team in world football because he's already having a conversation with Arteta. Can we? None of us can 100% guarantee that. None of us know that. But Man City did not bid as much as Arsenal. Let's be fair, why would they? They didn't need him the way Arsenal did. Man City have already got the best midfielder in the league. They don't need him as much as Arsenal did. So they've got 90, we'll check out. Yeah, Arsenal go ahead and bid. He goes to Arsenal. That doesn't mean they beat Man City to it. It means they bid more money because Man City dropped out. It's basics.
I have a come back to this, but sure. I'm going to let Canopy respond. Please, Canopy.
Bro. We've been speaking to Declan Rice for the last 6 months, to his agent, to his people. He was convinced about the project a long time ago. The only reason why West Ham made that deal happen is because they wanted a bidding war. They wanted to maximize their profit. And they did.
We don't know
and
that.
Wait,
I didn't cut you off. I didn't cut you off again. I didn't cut you off.
Please.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
We're passing off factors.
West Ham.
Okay, let him talk. It's his. Let him talk. We really didn't interject. So go ahead, Canopy.
West Ham, they wanted a bidding war. They got what they wanted, and Man City coming in, the price goes up. Do you get? Man City are obviously going to pull out because they have options in the midfield. Arsenal wanted him more because he was a difference changer in our team. Mm-hmm. And we spent all that money. And for the last 6 months, even when Odegaard and Rice exchanged jerseys, we have been talking to this boy. He has always wanted to come to Arsenal. So you can say whatever you want to say, but the fact remains that the manager still needs to convince any player he wants to sign to join the team. You don't just sign players because, you play good football. The manager still has to convince you. and he was convinced by the
You're,
manager.
you're talking basics, of course.
Listen, yes,
that's basic.
Okay. I have. Yes, that's exactly. So, in my point of view, because I'm. This is I want to say my opinion as well as my channel as well. My opinion is Man City would never have bid for a player and put money unless they get at least an okay from the player. If we win this bid, Declan, are you willing to join us? And of course, he said yes. Because if he said no, they would have said, okay, we're not bidding. Does that make sense to everybody? Right? I think that makes a lot of sense to everybody. They would never have put in a bid unless they have an okay from the player to join them. That makes a lot of sense. They wouldn't just put 90 million for West Ham, knowing that Declan Rice will never join them. That's number one. That has to be common sense. I'm sorry.
Did you listen to David Olsen?
No. Let me kind of be.
Common sense.
That's not common sense to you.
That's number one. That has to be
common sense. Why
sorry, that was me.
All right, go ahead.
Did you listen to David Olsen?
You don't think
David Olsen said Man City pulled out of the race because Declan Rice wanted Arsenal.
Hold on. So you don't think? Okay, so hold on. You don't think that you think that Manchester City will go put 90 million on the table before speaking to Declan Rice? And I don't want to dwell on this. Declan Rice is an Arsenal Football Club player, right? You think that a club will go bid for somebody without having an okay from that player? That if we win the bid, are you willing to join us? You don't think that happens?
Because it's possible.
Kennedy, you just said clubs don't bid for a player unless they have okay from him.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is because of the groundwork we put in for the last 6 months to get Declan Rice was always going to join Arsenal. Even David Olsen said it. It's in his tweets.
We're not debating the groundwork. We're not debating that. But anyway, long story short, we have to move on. It's not the summer. I'm getting flashbacks. A super chat is saying that James Wan is saying Sava ill in this debate. I actually don't think so. I actually think we're all on the same page. I'm sorry.
I just don't know. I don't know how anyone could say it definitively.
No.
That's my point. There's no definitive answer here.
Kennedy isn't actually saying anything opposing to us. He said that Arsenal did the groundwork. We all agree on that because it's from January. Mm-hmm. We're saying that Manchester City put in 90 million and asked Declan Rice, are you willing to join us? He said, if you win the bid. Maybe him and his agent knew that West Ham will never accept that bid. Maybe that's the case. I want to move on from this because it's been 25 minutes talking about a player that will not go to Man City, right? Anyway, long story short, after that, Ruben Neves, I want to go to the striker position, right? There is Ivan on the market. There is Ivan Toney. There is Osimhen on the market. Which one suits the clubs more? If you're an Arsenal fan, Kennedy, which one would you prefer to join your club?
As a Nigerian?
Not as a Nigerian.
Well, I'll take Osimhen. I'll take Osimhen because he's a powerful striker. But the problem with Osimhen, getting Osimhen in January is going to be tough. And the Napoli president is crazy. We all know the Napoli president is crazy. So it's going to be a tough deal. I think Ivan Toney is more realistic. So Osimhen is looking like the summer, and we might have to sell a big boy to get him. But for me, I think Osimhen is going to end up in Real Madrid. But for me, I think Ivan Toney, just for the reality of it.
You want Ivan? You think Ivan Toney better suited the Premier League than Osimhen?
Realistically, because of the finances involved and the timing of the transfer, I think Ivan Toney will make more sense.
Sava, which one do you think is suited more? And I'm going to talk about Chelsea a little bit, but do you think if Arsenal want to strengthen in January, number one, do you think Arsenal need a striker? Because this is a really, it's a tricky situation.
Yeah, they definitely need a striker. I think they need a striker in the summer. I thought they bought very poorly in the summer. If we're going to look at, I've said this before, the fact that they had 230 million and aren't better than last season shows that they've had a bad summer. I think Declan Rice was a very good buy. Timber is unfortunate, but they didn't need Raya. Don't know what they were doing there. Havertz, not sure what they were doing there. For me, they needed to spend that money. They needed to spend some of that money on a striker or another attacking player, because what you hear a lot is that Saka is tired and Saka's being overplayed. But then that was down to the club to go and buy some other players. Then that was down to them to give some options, and they haven't. They decided to buy Havertz. And I listen, as I said, I thought Arsenal were a very good team last year. They're still a good team this year, but I thought they were a very good team last year. I just think they've missed their chance to really close the gap and build that squad. I still think they're very much.
Still January, Sava. They can go spend another 100 million. You can get Ivan Toney. They can get Ruben Neves. As
sure,
you
if they do,
100 million.
if they do that, you think they close the gap more?
If they do,
I don't think we're going to spend 100 million.
If they,
I think we're going to look for. Well, I think we're going to look for a bargain, probably a loan or.
But for Ivan Toney, you're in for Ivan Toney. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but
he's already 70 million.
Yeah, but the tabloids could say whatever they want to say. But I'm also hearing that we want Sesko in Leipzig. So you never know because FFP rules. I don't know if Arsenal can afford that to spend that amount of money in January. It's going to be tricky.
So Sava, I know that you claim that Arsenal are. City will win the league, which is okay. They are the best team in the country. Okay, so it's just we're not debating that. But what do you think Arsenal? Okay, so realistically, what do you think Arsenal should do to close the gap if they are there and thereabout? Let me do these couple of super chats. One of them is MCFC Protocol. Is giving a big up the panel. Smash the like, people, for this great debate. Morning, 320 people here. Hit that like button. Get us to 200 likes. Thank you so much, MCFC Protocol, for the super chat. Appreciate the support, people, for the channel. Martin has been a member for so long. Pep Guardiola, Declan Rice decided on Arsenal. All the best for Arsenal. What an incredible player. Probably he chose Arsenal at the end. There is a reason why he's an Arsenal. He's an Arsenal player. Moving on from the Declan Rice. What do Sava from? I know you're easily removing your Spurs hat. I know that. I've been watching you for a while. If you're gonna advise Arsenal, what do you think they should do to close the gap and have a chance of winning the league this January?
I don't think they can this January. I think they need to go next summer.
But they're already 1 point only, Sava.
Yeah. 1 point is at 12. Mo, we have this chat every week. I have this chat every season with football fans.
I see you have it
every day. Football isn't about where you are now to 12 points. What City have got that no one else has got is when it comes to the business end of the season, they are superb at putting X amount of runs together or X amount of games where they don't lose. They've got the manager with the know-how, how to rotate his squad. He knows when to bring players in, when to rest them. He knows who to play on a Saturday, then who to play on the Wednesday in the Champions League versus the Premier League. This is what they do. They've done this year in, year out for 6 years now. I don't believe you just change that in January. For me, this takes years to happen. And I don't think Arsenal have got enough players to change up to make that happen. I don't think they've got the depth. I don't think they've got the quality. You can pull that face. I don't think Arsenal have got the depth at all. I mean,
bro, we lost the league by 5 points last season, and we've got more players now. And we have players that are going to come back.
I want Kennedy
to
respond to that. I want Kennedy to respond to that after Sava's done.
They lost the league by 5 points. And then
3 points were denied by VAR.
Kennedy, let him finish so we can get this conversation going. Go ahead, Sava.
Listen, Arsenal had a good year. They lost the league by 5 points. But whether they lost it by 1 point, 10 points, whatever, what it showed was Arsenal were flying in a great position. And in the end, everything that I've just said came to fruition. They didn't have the players to get over the line. They didn't have the manager to get over the line. They didn't have the depth to get over the line. Man City did. Man City will do that again this season. All year, what I'm going to hear, Mo, all year is I'm going to have people like this chap here debating me, telling me I'm wrong, this, that, the other. Then when Man City win the league again at the end of this year, I'll have to do the same thing all again next year. I did it all last year with all the Arsenal fans. Arsenal are a very, very good team. They're a very good team. I just think they're just a little bit. I think they're a way bit short of Man City. That's all it is. I don't know why so many Arsenal fans are so worked up by that. They're just not as good as Manchester City.
Man City is the best team in the world, bro. A lot of teams in the world are not better than Man City. But what you fail to realize is last season, Arsenal had the youngest team. I think Southampton. I think it was only Southampton that were younger, or Chelsea. I don't know. Arsenal had the youngest team last season. Those boys are babies. For them to reach those heights, it shows you how scary their potential is. If you can add a bit of experience and world-class players, you never know. You never know with those boys because those boys.
Isn't that what I just said?
I want to come back to this.
Isn't that just what I said?
No, you said we don't have what it takes to win it this year. You never
you've
know.
literally-
Kennedy, you just said you needed players.
You've literally just said add some
Nah.
world class and some experience. I'm saying you
Exactly.
haven't got that yet.
And we've added Declan Rice to that. And Declan
Yeah,
Rice
but you
right
lost
now,
Xhaka, so you've replaced Xhaka with Declan Rice.
we had Declan Rice. And Declan
Yeah.
Rice right now has been a very good player. We've only lost one game this
Hang
season.
on, but
And that was
the
through
thing is,
VAR.
it's like I'm having the
We've considered
same.
less goals. We've considered 10 goals only this season. We're 1 point behind.
I'm not
Man
saying you're not
City.
good.
We're now
No
on top
one-
of Tottenham that is playing the best football in their lives.
No,
So,
no,
really
we're not.
and
Right, okay. So first of all, there's this real need for you to keep going back to Tottenham when Tottenham aren't in the conversation. I don't
They can
understand
never be
that.
in the conversation. They can never be in the conversation. That's the point.
I don't understand what we're doing here. First of all, Tottenham aren't part of this debate. I don't know.
They
You
can
keep
never
going.
be.
You keep going to those cheap digs like it bothers me.
I'm not saying,
Tottenham.
but I'm telling you my own truth. My own truth is simple
Okay,
like this,
so
yeah?
what did
Can we
Tottenham?
just keep it on Arsenal?
What?
Because
Right,
really,
this is my point. He keeps going back to Spurs because
No, no, no,
because
it's not-
he
I'm
can't
trying
debate
to
it.
prove a point.
What
that
have
this
Spurs got to do with
Arsenal team, this Arsenal team that you're looking at has only been defeated once.
Sure.
Exactly. We have more goals than Tottenham and the
What
other
have
teams
Tottenham
below.
got to do with it, though?
Hold on. Tottenham are in the top 4, bro. Come on. They're in the
But
top
we're not
4.
in a
So we have-
title race. So what have we got to do with the Arsenal Man City conversation?
You guys started flying, right? You guys started flying.
But
Basically.
what have we got to do with Man City versus Arsenal? We've got nothing to do with it.
I'm
You're
trying to
bringing it
prove a
in.
point. You're not letting
Do you know
me
what?
prove
Do you
my
know what you're
point.
doing? I'll tell you what you're
Let me
doing.
prove my point.
I see this all the time. I see this all the time. What people are doing, because I've hurt your feelings because I think Man City are there and Arsenal.
Bro.
Oh my God, let me
It's
talk.
football, man. Come on.
Because Man City are there and Arsenal are here, what you're doing is Spurs are down here. So you're bringing in Arsenal to be above Spurs to elevate them. I don't have. Listen,
I'm trying to show you that my team is good.
Right. Okay.
My team is good.
Oh
I'm
my
not trying
God.
to. It's
Oh
not
my
about
God.
Spurs,
Stop.
my guy.
Stop.
Liverpool
Stop.
and Arsenal have conceded only 10 goals. Listen,
I didn't say
Liverpool
they
and Arsenal have
haven't.
only conceded
You're not
10
listening.
goals.
It's not.
Listen, now you're not listening to me either.
But because you
Liverpool
cut
and
me off at every opportunity. You've cut me off at every opportunity.
Liverpool
Did I
and
say?
Arsenal,
Did I say Arsenal are a very good team? Yes or no?
you did.
Right. So when you're
Which is
going, my
fact.
team.
Everybody's
so
going to say Arsenal is a
Yeah.
good team.
Oh my
which is
God.
fact.
Oh my God. So when I say Arsenal are a very good team, and you say, "Oh, bro, my team's good," yes, I've already said that. When you say Arsenal had I failed to realize you had a very young team. No, I don't. It's one of the reasons I didn't think you'd win it. When you say, if we add some world class and experience, we could win it, I'm agreeing with you. Yes. But the problem is, all of the things you're saying at the moment is what Man City have that you don't. No one's knocking
What?
where you are in the league right now.
Oil
No
money?
one's.
Wait,
no
Kennedy,
one-
because I'm gonna
no
spin the
one-
question to you, please, and I'm gonna let you talk without interruption. The question is coming to your way, Kennedy. Go ahead, Saba. Finish your point.
No
I
one
think
said.
that's the main point.
No one said Arsenal are not a good team. No one said Arsenal won't be up there towards the end of the season. No one said that Arsenal, with some additions, can't win a league title. But the problem is, I have this with every Arsenal fan. I had this all last year with every Arsenal fan, where I said the 3 key components why Arsenal will not beat Man City to a title. And I've had this all this year as well, and it's going to be true. We all know it is, right? 1, they've got a better squad of players. That's fact. They've got a better squad of footballers than Arsenal. 2, they've got a better manager, not just by a bit, by a country mile. Their manager is levels above Arteta. 3,
But these are
they've
known
got.
facts.
Wait, because I have
They
the
are
point, because I am
facts.
debating
They're known
every
facts.
point.
Now everybody knows
I am
this.
debating every
Right.
point. Just come on.
They
You made
They,
points,
let me
Saba, and I'm
finish.
gonna
Oh
debate.
God, we've got
Go
to
ahead.
finish debates. These aren't debates anymore. They're just. It's
Go
just
ahead. Go ahead.
right. 3, they have got the know-how and experience that Arsenal do not have. Now, when I look at all 3 of those factors that are important to winning titles and trophies, why is it now suddenly Arsenal fans can't accept that? Why can't they turn around and ever go, do you know what? Yeah, and that's what we're striving towards. Why do they think that they're as good as that?
Yes, that is the
I
question.
never said I
Can
was
it be?
good as Man
Can it be
City.
4 points? 4 points. Are you better? So I want you to address this. Are you better than Manchester City as a
I
team?
never said that. So no.
Exactly. So yes. Is your manager better than him? Better than Pep Guardiola?
The greatest manager in the world?
Thank you
No.
so much. And do you have the experience to win it?
I said we're kids. So no.
Brilliant.
But our
So
potential
my
is scary.
question is, without interrupting you, is that what you can do At the moment, forget what you added Declan Rice, because this applies now. That all the points we said are now. What can you do in the near future to win it this year? And if you cannot win it this year, when do you think you can win it?
Just keep on improving and doing what we've been doing since last year. This year we've played Man City twice.
But
And we've not
Wait,
Are you
Sava,
improving?
we didn't interrupt you, Sava.
No, I was just asking. I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question. Are you improving this year? Is my point.
Yes, that's a very good question.
Because I don't think you are improving. I think you're worse than last season.
Yeah, that's why we're a point behind Man City, right? And we beat them this season, right?
But this
Bro.
time, if you're to use your context,
You've been talking for 5 minutes. I didn't interrupt
to use
you.
your but you
Let
gave a
him
point,
talk
and I was
then.
trying to.
Sava, he wants to answer your points. He wants to
Oh
answer your
gosh.
points. Yes, go ahead.
This will be my last time, man. This is not. These aren't football debates anymore.
Anyways,
These aren't
like I was
football
saying,
debates.
I've even forgotten my train of thought.
Your
We played Man
Arsenal
City
improved.
twice. We played Man City twice this season. We won the Community Shield and we beat them. That's an improvement for me. You have to beat City to win the league. And right now, our defense, we're level with Liverpool, 10 goals each. Goal difference, only Man City has scored more goals than Arsenal because they have Haaland. We're a point behind them. How are we doing badly?
No one said you were.
Exactly. So last season, we were flying high. We were beating everybody in our path. We still lost it at the end of the last 3 weeks. So at the end of the day, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
As long as you stay in touch, 1 point, 2 point, you keep on going. You never know. It's football. Anything can happen.
Sure.
So for you to tell me that we are worse off than last season, I don't know.
I'll tell you. Okay, I can only go by what
I've
I've seen. I can only go by what I've seen.
The table doesn't agree with you.
Right. Okay. So this is where we're going to try and add a little bit of context to this. The table is fine. What you're doing in the table is fine. Yeah. I'll say the same thing I said last year when you were like 8 points clear and I was told that I was wrong. The table right now doesn't matter, right? The table right now doesn't matter. What matters is when it gets to the business end of the season, the way I've been watching Arsenal play, you don't look as good as last year. I don't think you're scaring teams like you did last year. Last year, as a Spurs fan, I enjoyed watching Arsenal play. That's the biggest compliment I can give you. This year, I watch you.
Mad respect.
Okay, this year I watch you. You don't look anything special at all, right? This is the problem for me. You look like a hard-working team. You're difficult to beat. I think you're better than 95% of the teams in the league, but I don't think
we're efficient.
Yeah, I'm not doubting it. But what I'm saying is, I don't think you're as good as last year. The difference is what I know with Man City is whatever Man City are doing right now. We know what Man City do in the second half of the season. We don't know that Arsenal can do that. We've never seen it. This is the point. People want to debate things that have never been proven versus things that are proven and factual. So can Arsenal get better and win a league title? Yeah. Can I sit here right now and say I make them favourites or I think they will? No, because I've not seen them do it. I've not seen your players get over the line. Your players get hyped up a lot. Not just yours. Every club hypes up their players. But your fans hype up all your players to be, this player's the best defender, this player's the best midfielder, this player's the best winger. That's fine. But then at some point, it's got to stop being talk and it's got to be results. It's got to be proven. You're a good team. But for me, I think you really missed a chance to really close the gap overall on City. Not 1 point behind them after 12 games. I'm talking about after 38 games, which is when a season is played. I think you will be short of Man City again. That's just my opinion.
It's your opinion.
Yeah.
But, we've played Tottenham, we've played Manchester United, we've played Chelsea, we've played Man City. We're second with a point behind, and we have a same goal difference with Liverpool. So it's not a bad position to be in.
No one said it was.
I haven't said
no one said it was.
20 minutes. I'm part of this, but I'm just not here. I'm part of this debate. I'm really part of this debate. Number one, both of you have very good points. The points that Sava make is very valid because what we see now is that Arsenal aren't as scintillating as last year. That's a fact. We all say that. The table says otherwise, yes, right? But so the table said that Spurs are 2 points behind Manchester City. Can we sit here and say Spurs will win the league? I guarantee if I ask you, Kennedy, you'll tell me Spurs have zero chance of winning the league. Am I wrong? No, I don't think I'm wrong. Even though
history proves us right.
The problem is, so let me tell you about why history. In the last 20 years, Arsenal haven't won the league. So you need to overcome this. One of the reasons people kept telling Liverpool, you're not going to win the league until they did it, is that because of the 30 years of not winning the league. One of the things that we're waiting for Arsenal to do is to kick to the second gear, is to have players like Odegaard play back good again, is having someone like Martinelli being not, because Martinelli at the moment hasn't played 3 games in a row. I think he's in and out with injuries.
Yeah,
But Bukayo Saka, all the pressure is on him. You keep trying Jorginho, you try Fabio Vieira, you tried Smith Rowe, you tried Havertz. So that means your manager himself is still trying things, right? However, if it clicks for Arsenal and you become good as last season, without injuries and with the depth that you have when Timber comes back, I think Arsenal will have a chance of winning the league, because I think Man City are weaker than last year. However, Pep Guardiola last season started slow, and at the end of the season, he made it click, and they won like 13, 14 games in a row. That's something that Arsenal don't have. Liverpool might have it, right? That's the point of Arsenal. I'm not saying that Arsenal are a bad team. I'm saying Arsenal are winning now, but not being scintillating. Arsenal were second best, I think, in only 2 games, which is Spurs and Chelsea. Every other game, I think you were on par with the other team or you were better. And I want to end this in, I think if Arsenal, let's just answer the question. Can it be? It's a yes or no question. If Arsenal don't strengthen in January, do you think you have a chance of winning the league? It's a simple question, right? It's a simple question.
Well, yeah, because of Thomas Partey, just because of Thomas Partey, I think we need to. If we don't get that midfield sorted, we're just going to make top 4.
All right.
And we might not be in the race much.
So you are being realistic Arsenal fan. You're not like other people will say, even if we don't strengthen in January, we're still on par with Man City. I'm not saying you don't have a chance. Liverpool and Arsenal have a chance, but the chance at the moment is not comparable to City, which is what Sava's saying. Right, Sava? This is what you're saying. It's not even comparable to that.
This happens every stream. We go through the debate, and then at the end, when you actually ask people, it turns out that they're literally saying the same thing as me, but they want to fight and defend their team.
That's because, I don't agree with you. I believe in my team. My team is a very good team. The difference is, you're looking at it from a different point of view. I'm looking at it from what I've been seeing.
I'm just going by what Mo just said.
I've been seeing the progress of Arteta and these boys for the last 4 years.
But, do you think it's a progress this
4
year?
years?
Can it be? So I want to see the answer to this. Guys, wait. Can it be? Is this year based on the first 12 games? Do you see progress from last year? Honest to God.
I think defensively we're better.
Okay. What about overall? If you are choosing this team or the team of last year, which one would you choose?
Just because I love attacking flair, I'll go for the team of last year.
That's the whole point. That's what everybody's saying, by the way.
But the difference, there's no difference because we're still in the title race.
There's a cameo here. There's a caveat here. Go ahead.
There's no title race. It
can't be. So what's the title? So we're 1 point behind City. We're not in the title race. Are you kidding me?
Let me. Because I need to go on from this debate for 43 minutes, people. Okay, a couple of super chat. The football social said to the points now don't matter what he's saying.
Exactly. Thank you.
No, I actually don't think so. I think actually at the end we're all saying the same thing. I promise you this. The problem is, can it be, in my opinion, you are saying the exact same thing. However, you have the belief of a fan. You want to believe in your team, which is, it's warranted for everyone to believe in their team. But the reality is Manchester City are still the best team in the world.
Bro, I saw my team beat Man City for the first time in 10 years. That's improvement.
But do you think in the long...
This Emirates.
1-0.
Yeah, okay. That's improvement.
But that's like me saying last year Spurs were worse than ever, and we beat Man City last year. It doesn't a one-off game.
Spurs, come on.
No. Hang on. See, you're doing that thing again. Stop. Try keeping in context of the actual debate.
I am keeping in context, bro. It's Spurs. I'm sorry.
No, you're not listening. Oh,
no, that has nothing to do with it. Can it be? What do you mean,
so
Spurs?
Childish. If he lets me
finish, even if Spurs beat Real Madrid,
what does that mean?
Even if Spurs beat Real Madrid, they're not winning nothing. You don't even think they're ever going to win anything.
Do you know what? If you let me finish my point, I'll get to it. Right? This is the problem. When there are people like me that get frustrated, and then there are biased football fans. My point was this, and if this guy hadn't have interrupted me, I would have got to it. Spurs beat Man City last year. We weren't a good team last year. Brentford beat Man City twice last year. They're not challenging for anything. Crystal Palace beat Man City last year. They're not challenging for anything. A one-off win against Man City doesn't mean people go, oh, I've seen improvement. We beat a Man City. Man City lose games. They're not unbeatable. Man City lose games every single season. Yeah? So this whole thing about, it's Spurs, I don't understand.
Bro, psychologically, if a team that is challenging for the title beats its rival, it's a psychological boost. This is not Brentford. This is not Spurs.
In the first,
I'm sorry.
In the first 12
I've seen my team win
games,
league titles. I'm sorry. So maybe that's why I think this way. But if
you're fighting your rival,
Okay,
okay,
this is the last part of this Arsenal thing.
Rival,
because I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. The last one is that
I'm bored. Mo, I'll be honest. I'm really bored of this guy. He's a child. He's an absolute child.
Okay. No. Okay, guys, MC, guys, can we? I don't want to.
He's such a child.
No. MC,
I haven't insulted you, my guy. I haven't insulted you once.
Okay, I don't want any. Okay,
you don't need to. You're just being childish to every one of my points. Every time I make a point, it's your Spurs. It's like it's got nothing to do with Spurs.
I can't
have the debate or don't. Don't sit there and bring everything back to.
Spurs have never won a league title or anything in my lifetime.
You're doing it now, but who said they have? Sorry, I'm getting frustrated, Mo, because no one's. This guy is doing what all the childish fans do. Who said Spurs are winning a league? Mo, you know me. I'm more critical. No, I'm talking. Mo,
what's your point, Kennedy, for mentioning Spurs?
I don't get it. Every time.
Because he's saying because Spurs beat Man City.
No, I'm not.
It means, Spurs are not in the mindset.
That's not what I said. Did you listen to my point? You don't listen to the point.
Nah, this is different. You cannot compare Brentford with Arsenal or Spurs. Bro,
I think that's a fair point, actually. What he's saying. Okay, let me explain the point, Saba. Guys, Saba, let me explain the point, and I want to move on from this. He's saying that if Wolves beat Man City, that doesn't mean that Wolves are challenging. But he's saying if Arsenal beat Man City, that means they got over the hurdle of beating Man City. That's
in the first. No, do you know when it will matter, Mo?
Okay.
Do you know what it will matter, Mo? Right? In the first, they played Man City after what? The 8th,
5-6 game, yeah.
No, I don't. Well, it was only a few weeks ago.
But it doesn't matter. Like,
okay, right.
I get your point here.
If you're playing then, first of all, no one's in a title race after 10 games. This isn't a title race at the moment. The title race will be decided when you get to the business end of the season and you see who's up there. You're not in a title race after 12 games. Otherwise, hang on. Let me finish.
But nobody. But let me finish.
Because you dropped out, that's why you feel this way. So I understand. Well, it's cool.
It's because what?
It's because you left the first position. That's why you feel this way. So it's all right. I don't have that mentality.
Mo, what are we doing here? Mo, honestly, what are we doing here?
I want to move on from this because I want to speak about a couple of more things, people, because please.
Yeah, Mo, I'm really bored of this. Hang on, Mo, if we're going to continue talking football, this guy here can't just be everything about, your Spurs this. Like, he's going, because Spurs lost first place. What has that got to do with anything?
It has nothing to do with it, and I want to move on.
But why is that the answer to everything I say?
Why are you so triggered, bro? Take it easy.
No, dude, hang on, listen. It's not about being triggered. I'm coming on to have a football debate, and every point I make is, but you're Spurs, I wouldn't expect that. It's childish.
I said that 3 times. I counted.
Like, you're a grown-up. Have the debate we're having without bringing in something that is inconsequential to the argument we're having.
It's not inconsequential because why? If Arsenal beats its closest rivals, it's like if Arsenal beats their closest rivals, psychologically, it's a boost.
They're not your closest rivals. I hate to break it to you.
Who are my closest rivals right now? Tell me.
Sorry, hang on. Why are Man City?
Why are they right now?
Why are Man City?
Hold on. Aren't Arsenal the second best team, Sava?
What, for 1 year they were the second best team?
No. As at the moment in the league, if we're gonna say
Liverpool,
that brings so exactly. Okay, that's a lot of people.
It's Liverpool.
A lot of people are saying Liverpool.
That's why I said 3-horse race. That's why I said the 3-horse race.
Okay, fair enough. If Arsenal fans believe it's a 3-horse race, it's up to them.
Sure, I understand that, Mo. But if we're going to talk, this is the ridiculous thing. You know when people say we're in a title race 10 or 12 games into a season, right? 10 or 12 games into season title race. If that's the case, Aston Villa are in a title race.
No, but I don't believe.
No. I know they're not. I know
It's the
they're
same
not.
thing we said about Spurs. Once Madison gets injured,
Right.
they're going to fall off. It's the same
Right.
thing.
Okay. First of all, stop talking about Spurs. You're
Why?
addicted.
You want to come and close my mouth?
Yeah,
Why?
but you're
You wanna come and
addicted
close
to
it?
bringing Spurs into every point you make.
You're too
My point is
sensitive.
this.
Relax.
Okay, we're
No, it's-
all adults here, and I
this
want to
guy's
move
an
on.
idiot. This
We're
guy's an
all,
idiot. I
no,
can't
no,
do
no.
this.
This is
This guy's
no,
an
no.
idiot,
You don't,
man.
don't, you don't do that. Come on, Sava.
I
Can
haven't
I move
insulted
on,
you
guys?
once.
Guys,
You're calling me names.
This is
sir.
a
I've
football
called you one
debate.
name.
Because
Sava,
every
Sava,
point we
guys?
can't have a football discussion without this guy talking about Spurs. It's like, what are we doing here?
Guys, I want to move on from this Arsenal, Spurs,
is
Man City,
ridiculous.
because we want, this is one of the things that about Manchester City. We won't click without Stones. We need him and we need KDB. That's a very, very fair point. Imagine when Man City have KDB and Stones back. That's absolutely. Ozan Kabak Sava does way more interrupting than Tunnel TV. It's a debate.
Yeah,
I get
I'm
it.
just- I'm bored. I'm
Maybe
really
someone does that, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Dominic Kazoo is saying respect followed after seeing Mo and Sava on the football terrace. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Moving on from this for the last 5 minutes. I'm sorry. This is I want to move on from this. Guys, this is, you know what?
I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. I love
Okay.
this show.
Can we
He's enjoying it.
I
I'm
am
not.
Sava?
I'm not. I want to have football conversations. I don't want to
are.
have No, we're not. We're not, because every single point I make, but you're Spurs. But Spurs is Spurs finished. It's like we're not talking about
No, but
Spurs. Spurs haven't
I can
been in the
explain to you-
conversation.
I can explain to you what
It's
is that,
so
because
boring.
I can have this conversation with you, Sava, and I'll tell you why people mention Spurs. Because a lot of people said that Spurs are in a title race, but them beating somebody and being there and there, not you,
me.
not you,
Not me,
you,
Mo. But
not
the thing
you.
is,
I
this
know
guy's
that.
pointing it at me like I've said
No,
it.
no,
and
no,
it's boring.
not you, not you. He doesn't know you, not you. But I'm
And
saying
this is why, when his team
The
don't
point-
win the league again, I'll come on at the end of the season and they'll find a reason as to why I was wrong again.
But
I was
nobody's
right-
saying. But
I was
don't
right
think he's
all
saying-
last year about Arsenal.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna be
hold
right
on.
this year about
Sava,
them.
I'm not going to get into this debate. All I'm going to tell you, Sava, that no Arsenal fan sat on this channel, on my channel, and said, we're guaranteed to win the league. None of them. None of them. Not even one. A lot of them say, we are aspiring to challenge. We think we're going to challenge Manchester City. Challenge is,
That's
we
not
can
true.
define
That's
this.
not true.
Exactly. That's your opinion for whatever
It's not
reasons.
my-
And
it's
I'm
not my
getting your
opinion.
reasons. I'm getting your reasons. I never had somebody here from Arsenal fan. Like, I got Man City fans here sitting here and tell me we will win this league. It's our league. We'll walk this league. I've not had one Arsenal fan in the chat or on my panel saying.
Mo, move on.
"Oh,
Let's move on then. This is
the
pointless.
second debate I've watched Sava insulting who is debating. He did it to Hussam. Always
I-
takes it personal.
Hang on.
I don't think
Because
Sava
I'm
means it
trying to-
personal.
No,
I don't
but
think
because
Sava
I'm
is
trying to the host that asks a question and gives it a topic. I try and keep it on topic, and then every response is just, it's like the moment there's no good answer to what I have to say, the answer is Spurs this. It's like, yeah, but we're not talking about that. Spurs this. It's like, yeah, but we're not talking about that. We
Dominic
did this with the
yes.
Declan Rice conversation, the Arsenal Man City. Everything is coming back to Tottenham.
We have to move on from this. We have to move on from this. Dominic is saying title race doesn't start till February, March. Come on, you Gunners. Arsenal fan that agree with us somehow. That's an Arsenal fan that says it doesn't start until February, March. That's very true. People hit that like button. The last part, I don't know if there is a last part. I want to speak about Chelsea objectively, because I was listening yesterday to the Guardian, and they're saying this is the time when we say Chelsea turned the corner. I want to know if people believe that or not. And just quick. Did Chelsea? Oh my God, people are you guys are annoyed. We can end this if you guys want.
Oh man, listen.
No, come on.
Listen,
come on.
I have only 3 minutes left.
Listen, it's all right.
I'm not angry. Mo, come on. I'm not
Just
taking
look. I'm angry. Look at the abuse in the chat. It's just like,
yes, people
honestly,
in the chat,
I give up my time to come on these shows, and the abuse is just absolutely shot. Look at the comments.
I try to say, people keep
the abuse,
keep it respectful in the chat, please.
Do you know what? Some of you people, right? You got to think about people's mental health, because some of you people are just
you got people
disgusting.
that got you here.
Some of you lot are disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Mo, I'm going to jump. I've got no time for this.
Listen,
I'm going to jump.
I'm going to end the stream. People, Thank you so much for watching.
Sorry, this is
I had
awful.
fun, bro. It's a great show. I loved it.
Thank you,
Oh,
people,
you-
for watching.
go away,
Guys,
mate.
I'm
You're
gonna
an idiot.
end the stream, guys. we
You're calling me
appreciate all
names.
of
Why are you calling me names? I haven't
Because
called
you-
you one name.
Because you
don't
know what
me,
you did.
bro.
You know what you did on this stream. You
I
know
didn't
what
call
you
you an
did.
idiot.
You
You
didn't
called me
come
an
here to
idiot
have a
5
football
times.
conversation.
Guys,
Mo,
this is
I love the show.
absolutely. This is okay. Let me finish the stream, and we can take this. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Sava. Football Heritage TV and Tunnel TV, both in the description. I want them to get at least 100 sub after this. Like their video. Go check Tunnel
Love
TV
you too,
match
big
reactions.
boss man.
And please, let me finish this. Please, guys, yesterday we started the show with Football Heritage TV. Tuesday show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. It's Rivals React. It's an absolutely brilliant episode. Go watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you for everybody that watched us. There is calling him an idiot is very low.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. That's why he knows.
Anyway,
what he's doing.
thank you, people, for watching. We see you guys tonight at 11 with a great panel as well. Thank you, guys, and we're out.